Okay, welcome everyone, and welcome to Progressive Discussions. I'm your host, James P. Madonna, and what you're going to see right now, actually, is the third part, okay, part 3 of the hard-hitting, very hard-hitting, uncensored internet talk show video series concerning the Gabby Petito murder case. This is part 3, and I'm going to introduce my co-host and special guest, celebrity performing artist, Paul Anthony Mantia. And I just want to say thank you. Greetings, Bart Robinson. And greetings, Bart Robinson from, I guess, southwestern New Jersey, I suppose. And Daryl Messias from Northern California. Greetings. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over to Paul Anthony Mantia, and this is going to be a very hard-hitting show.
How you doing out there? So, unfortunately, Chad won't be able to be performing till tonight because he's in the studio. So I did share the video of who he was recording with, and they went live earlier. But that show will continue. But this is going to be the third show of the Gabby case. And now I know people have been watching the stream, and they watched me from day one. I was on this case since day one when that video first came out on Instagram and Facebook. And nobody was paying it no mind, just like when COVID came out, nobody paid it any mind. When it came out, in late November, they were talking about it. February, they started talking about it more. Me and my wife were already abiding by wearing a mask. We were literally like washing our floors with alcohol. I'm just bringing this up because it's a point I'm going to make. And nobody in the world does anything until, the media starts bullshitting and lying to everybody, And then, I don't really care, people have told me, for what you said out there, you could get killed. Are you threatening me? Do you work for the Moab PD? Are you threatening my life? Because I'm going to tell each and every one of you idiots out there, you threaten my life, and trust me, I know more people in this world than you will ever imagine. You'll never touch me. So to me, I'm going to tell you this, and you can excuse my French, but all of you who called me a fraud on Facebook, who went to my page and posted I'm a fraud, remember this, I'm a business, and I'm a very famous business. I'm very well known in music, art, as well as benefits for little children I've done, autism, cancer, and I have thousands of people who will vouch for that. And I don't even need to do that because it's all over Google. When I tell somebody something, I back up my word. When you people tell somebody something, it comes out of your ass, okay? Just like Bounty Hunter. He saw my posts, And the minute he saw my post, he took the same picture that I posted. And I'm glad that I screenshot and documented each and everything that we have done here. Okay? He's a scavenger. You know what he feeds off of? He feeds off of everybody else's information, just like the media. And you know what? And they always get it wrong. And what happens in the end is they lose, just like he's losing. He don't know where Brian is, okay? And I don't believe that his parents really know where he is either. And I think what people did before they even knew any facts, this is where you messed up. And we're going to go over this tonight. I'm going to explain to you where you messed up.
All right,
okay?
Paul, could you back just a few inches away from that professional microphone?
Oh, sure. Let me turn the volume out.
Yeah, a tad bit. Yeah, bring it down.
How's that? That better for you? How's that sound? Good? Or more?
No, just a wee bit more lower. Just a wee bit.
How's that right there? A little lower?
Yeah, a little lower. That'll be fine.
That's good right there, right? That's good?
Yeah. Looks like you're wearing a COVID-19 mask. Let people,
Well,
like
you see,
angry.
the screen is there. So people put their screen in front of the mic. Okay? I put my screen behind the mic when I'm doing live talk shows because what happens is, you see the way the mic is, the sound is going to come out this way. So it's not going to feed back into my speakers, but we're not getting into that. So I need to continue where I was.
All right, never mind. All right, continue with what you were saying.
So I want to explain how people always do the wrong thing, okay? Number one, the first thing people do is when you automatically see the media or everybody lying, fibbing, they think they know everything, they think they listen to the video, people coming at me going, how do you know this? I have a professional recording studio, okay? I'm going to show you the professional recording studio when we're ending this show later on, and I will give you a tour of it. And I will also give you all a tour of what I do here, okay? Every day I go live showing people what I do. So if you want to call me a fraud, I'll see your ass in court. And trust me, when I'm done with this show, you're already spread all over the internet. I put you everywhere. And we froze up, James.
I froze up?
Everything froze on the screen.
Oh, no,
my internet is tight, so.
No, you're emotional.
Whatever. Maybe it's got a knock out of its thing here. I don't know.
On my end, you're in motion. I'm in motion. You're in motion.
All right, my end, I'm not, but it don't matter. I don't care.
No,
okay, so let's get to the facts now. So when people start pointing their fingers, when you don't even have the facts, you have no autopsy report, nobody knows a damn thing. You don't know how that girl died. You don't know what they did to her. You don't know if she was strangled. You don't know if she was shot. You don't know if she was raped. And excuse me, I'm sorry that I have to bring this up, but we know that this is a murder case and it's a homicide. Now, you all misconstrue the fucking truth. And excuse my French again, but I don't care because I have to speak the way I feel, okay? I didn't do this for clickbait. I didn't do this to gain money. I didn't do this to help my company. My company's where I want it to be. Trust me. I don't need any of that. I don't need a 1 minute of fame because I already have my fame, okay? I don't need that, like all of you. You want your 1 minute of fame for what? What does that 1 minute of fame do for you? They give you 1 minute, then everybody in the world forgot about you, and now you're just the same person that you were when you had that 1 minute of fame. So it's bullshit, okay? And the media, every click they get, bang, 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 ching, 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 ching. And you know who's giving them the clicks? You are, the public. The more you feed into this stuff, the more famous you make them. So stop saying the media lied, they do this, but you're the ones that are making it. You're making their money for them. You keep them going. So listen to me. Practice what you preach. And my phone just went off. Wow. I do know that somebody's tampering with my phone because my phone never does this, okay? But I do know who's doing it. Hold on a moment, please. Just bear with me. They can knock me out all they want. And they did. They just knocked me out of the show. Wow, man. Wow. Okay, all right. Fucking people, man. Okay, here we go. We're back. So I've been having problems with my phone since this Hunter guy came along, I never had problems with my phone like this, but some weird stuff happened before when I tried to go live. I couldn't go live on Facebook. My phone went to a black screen. That means that somebody had sent me a virus. I found the Trojan virus because I am, very electronically equipped with my software, my phone, and everything. And I can read when I have a virus coming in because, the software and security software that I have is called Zone Alert, and they let me know everything. So the woman that called me a fraud, I do realize that you did try to hack my phone, being that you did comment in the comment base. So just remember one thing: hacking into somebody's stuff is fraud. It's a federal offense. That's why I tagged a federal agent in the comment below you, so that this way he could see exactly what you did. Now, let's get back to Gabby because, that's where my mind is at. So now, just imagine, like, let's all take a moment here and put yourself in Brian's shoes, okay? Let's just do that. Now, let's just say that Brian is innocent. My question is going to be to every one of you, and I screenshot every single thing that everybody said about Gabby, the rotten things that this guy Wade Wilson or whatever the hell his name said about Gabby, a fraud guy sitting there saying she should burn in hell. You know what? Nobody's going to punish you but God. When your judgment day comes, trust me, you're going to have to answer for that. But you'll be going to hell. And that's a fact. Now, when you start accusing somebody of something they didn't do, okay, say he didn't do this, how would you feel? How are you going to react knowing that you played a part? And what if this guy commits suicide? What if he's dead? What if somebody killed him? What if a civilian found him and killed him? There are some sick people out there. Remember this. Look at the world around you where we live today. I live in New York. You know how dangerous it is to go on them subways when you got to worry about you and your wife, you're going to get stabbed, shot? I live in that world. I've been in this world my whole life. I've been all around the world. In fact, I've toured my entire life with the music business, okay? Now, I just want you to just think that for one moment of what I just said. Put yourself in his shoes. Imagine people coming to your house, media, standing in front of your house all day, all night, sitting there threatening you, saying you're going to kill you. Just think about that. How would you feel? Now you got the entire world against you, but nobody hasn't heard your story yet. You didn't even get the chance to speak yet, okay? Now, we all know that when there is a problem, maybe Brian witnessed something. Maybe Brian, maybe when that night when Gabby got in that van, she was never seen again. How do you know? Because I don't believe any of those text messages. I believe those text messages came from somebody else and not Brian. You know why I believe this? Because when an officer, say the officers did this, and I'm going to say this. If Gabby was in that van that night, you got 2-3 officers. Let's just put it like that, okay? They walk up to the van, they knock on the window. Hey, Gabby, look, we want to talk to you for a minute. Can we step in your vehicle? I've watched a lot of crime shows. I've watched a lot of forensics. I've watched a lot of stuff. Me and my wife, we study it, okay? And I study it because it interests me where these missing people are, okay? But I don't have time a lot of my life. My friends and fans will tell you I never get myself involved with anything. But when I saw what those cops did to Gabby, that's what made me think, I got a daughter. I got a wife. People have daughters. They got children out there. When I saw that video, I automatically caught it right in the beginning. Okay, and we are going to go over this tonight, even if it takes an hour to go over this, because I want each and every one of you to know what I knew before you even knew it, because nobody looked at anything. All you care about is that clickbait, talking shit. Oh, this one, that one. Oh, look, the Laundry family went to Walmart today. You know how fucking stupid and ignorant you people are to say some shit like that? And the media, Fox News, and all you guys are going to promote that shit? What do you think? People don't eat? You think they can't go to They can't go to the store and buy food? What are they supposed to stay locked in their house and starve themselves? Just think about the things that you idiotic fools say. You're all fucking imbeciles, every last one of you. And yes, I'm going to call you out and then threaten my life again. Keep on doing that, because every one of you that threatened my life in those messages, remember, social media, when you make a threat, that stands up in court. Let me tell you something. And it don't matter who you are, because we will find you. I'm not like the hunter dog. I don't go around like Biden, sniffing on everybody, okay? You want to sniff, go sniff shit in a fucking shit pen with pigs. Don't sit there taking credit for everybody else's work that work their asses off. I'm not the only one. There are so many people that I'm in contact with groups right now who have been saying the same thing as me, okay? And some of them don't have the points that I got, but they have things that I don't have. And we work together as a team. You know what this is? If you don't work as a team and you work against each other, you never go anywhere in your life. Never go anywhere. I've always had the word, never give up. But if you're going to work against each other, how the hell are you going to solve a case? If you're going to sit there and make a justice for Brian group and a justice for Gabby, why don't you just make a group that says justice for both, justice for all, for Gabby, in memory of Gabby, okay? I mean, just think about that for a moment. You know, when we do music and we work with music, when I work with Chad and I work with anybody, you think we just sit there and just lay a track down? No, we have to sit there as a team. It's teamwork. When you're with people, it's a family. You're doing teamwork together. You know, if the world joined it together and did teamwork, we'd have a less violence. We'd have less crime. We'd have less kids disappearing. But the problem is you idiotic fools got to take every little thing and blow it up into a giant thing. But all you're doing is you're hurting the investigation. Just remember that. But we're going to go back to where the media was outside of Brian's house. I heard people going, oh, we're going to kill you. We're going to do this. You come out of your house. How would you like it if people were in your house? Okay, say you were innocent. Now think about Gabby. I believe in God. I believe when somebody passes away, they have unfinished business. They're stuck between worlds. Right now, all you're doing is you're not allowing this girl to rest in peace because you're talking about somebody that she loved. Now, if he did kill her, I'm going to put it like this. Yeah, he should be set to the death penalty, but I wouldn't do that. Let him suffer in prison for the rest of his life. Why kill him? Let him suffer and think about in that cell every single thing that he did to that girl, because that's how you make somebody suffer for what they did. Okay, and when Judgment Day comes, he's going to go to hell. Remember that, because God does exist. There is a higher up on this planet. Remember that, because ain't nobody but God running that Mother Nature. Remember this, what I'm saying. You could sit there, call me an idiot, say I'm a fool, say I can't comprehend stuff. Let me tell you something. I can comprehend more than any of you can imagine in those posts, okay? I read music. I play 7 different instruments. I invented my own dyes. I'm a chemist, okay? I never graduated from high school, okay? Let me tell you something. You can sit there and badger anybody you want, but you know what it is? People don't know how to read. When you read something, you look at the headline and you just start commenting. You don't even click on the thing to read the ad, okay? Then when you get to the ad, you just glance real quick over everything because you're in a rush. No, you know what I do? I sit there and I read every single word, and I do it twice so I don't miss anything. So I don't come out and say false shit and be like the media spreading false rumors.
Yeah, he'll be back. He's been having internet problems today. I think someone sent him a Trojan. Oh, here he is.
And look, if they can cut me out all you want. You're never gonna stop me because right now I have high-tech internet going. My phone's linked to my computer, okay? And that we have good quality every single time we go live. So it's the same quality and it's daytime. All right. So stop fucking with my phone because I'm gonna tell you what, if I catch you, I'm not gonna say anything. Let me just keep that to me. I just go to the law with that shit. All right? Now, you really got to give the whole case thought because if you don't look at the facts and the details, you have to, people can go and look at a picture and they go automatically, the minute you see the picture, you're assuming everything in your mind that comes to your mind. But there's one thing that, somebody made a point to me the other day. When the case was backed up a couple of days, maybe about a week ago, what I was seeing, is I was pointing my finger towards Brian, but I wasn't out ruling anything else. I didn't say he did it. Okay? I always ruled in it's possible he didn't do it. Because I don't want to be one of you that is sitting pointing the finger at somebody when the feds, you're all wondering why the feds ain't giving you information. You're all wondering what they asked the parents. Oh, they have no comment about Brian. He's still a person of interest. He's not wanted for the murder, and trust me, they already got their autopsy report. They already got their DNA. And then some girl goes, well, can't they get Brian and Gabby's DNA in the van? You know what? Where did you go to school? You're uneducated. Brian and Gabby lived in the van. Of course their DNA is all over the van, you schmuck. Well, can't they get it in his house? Of course they can get it in his house. This is what I'm talking about. When people, they say, I can't comprehend, evidently you're the one that can't comprehend. But I'm not here to argue with anybody. I'm here to put a point out. I'm here to put out what I know, and certain things I'm not going to mention because I left it with Gabby's lawyer.
Good morning, Masumi. Good morning, Masumi. Thank you for stopping by.
Once again, they're not going to get rid of me. I'm telling you, they can cut me out all they want. It doesn't matter,
You know
James.
what? I'm
Okay?
convinced they're
Let them do
sabotaging.
it because either way you look at it, this is going to get out there no matter what.
There's something
Yeah, you're
going
freezing
on.
up. It never does this. Sorry, not like this.
Never did this before. Something's going on.
What?
Something's going on.
It's never done this before. But I'm glad that I'm very happy that this is being recorded live. So people could see what's going on. They can watch our other videos and see how it's never done this before. But what did I hit somebody's nerve? Hey dog, did I hit your nerve or what?
Woo! Live.
Hey dog, go and sniff around in the grass. Hey dog, you can find a banana in a monkey zoo, okay?
Live dated.
Yeah, it's freezing up. I can't hear you or nothing. But let me just, if you can hear me, I'm going to continue.
Something fishy's going on here. I hear you. You don't hear me? I hear you. I hear you.
Can you?
Oh no, I don't. Now I don't hear you.
You can't.
Now I don't hear you. Hold on. Okay, I hear you now. I hear you now. You hear me?
It's saying the host has muted my mic. And you can hear me. So somebody's fucking with this channel.
No.
That's okay, because listen, they can read they can get the IP address.
Paul, I did it because I needed to say something. But
okay, go ahead.
Okay, no, I already said it. I already said it.
All right, well, listen, I want to get through this because I don't want to linger this on. I can't be on here for hours, okay?
Neither do I.
Evidently, somebody's trying to stop us from saying what I'm going to say, but they got to realize one thing. I pre-recorded everything I was going to say today anyway. It's all in my footage from day one. So, look, I don't care about taking credit for this. You can have all the credit you want, doggy, okay? All I want is victory for the family. I want Gabby to be able to cross over to the other side and be able to rest in peace. And I want the family to be able to have this charity so we can help people that have missing children out there. And my buddy, Mike Parente, already started a show, which I'm going to be doing with him about women and missing children and missing guys, girls, everybody. Okay? So you can cut me out all you want. But if you want the credit, take the credit. Because if I was going to get the money, you know what I would do with it? I would donate it to charity. I don't need it. I don't want that money. I would donate it to the family, okay? That's where my money would go. I bet none of you out there could say you would donate your money. Would you give that money to their family? I bet you wouldn't. No, because that's the only thing you're out there for. You don't care about this girl's death. You don't care about what happened. Because trolls, all you care about is that 1 minute of fame, getting your blast out there, getting your rocks off, okay? Come on. You're adults. You act like little kids. You're supposed to set an example for your kids. It's just like the cops. How did they set an example for their daughters and their children and their community by doing what they did to Gabby? Just think about that. And keep telling me that I'm an imbecile because I'm smarter than most of you. You can't get one over on me. You asked me to prove something to you. I normally don't prove anything, but today I had to prove it because of the shit that you were saying about me. But the minute I started showing you who I was and giving you links on Google of who I was with live footage of me in concert, everything, you all started blocking me. But you failed to remember one thing. Paul Mantilla takes screenshots, and then he goes to your page and he copies the link of your page, and I post it into one of my WordPads here. So that I have each and every one of you that I need, every one of you that do it, because no matter what, it doesn't matter if you block me. It doesn't mean I can't post your page and talk about you. Because you know why? I have brains and I think. Even though I didn't graduate high school, I was on the road with Billy Preston. I graduated with a GED on the bus, on a tour bus, okay? I still studied.
Now,
and you don't have to be a genius to figure out a puzzle, okay?
No,
you ever try putting a puzzle together, a big one, 20,000 pieces? I bet not.
A lot of it's common sense.
Now let's get back into Gabby because I have very little information that I can say, and the other information I'm not going to say.
Yeah, well, I
mean, because I'm not going to destroy a case.
I mean, about the cops, the Moab cops, we feel like what Sid said, we feel there's a strong possibility that...
I can't hear a word you're saying. You sound like a robot. Nothing.
Hey, people.
I'm gonna plug something in. Hold on a minute.
For a second.
Hold on. Let me plug this in.
People. How is my audio? Or everybody who's viewing?
My audio is great, but you're breaking up, and it's never been like this. And now you're loading. I can't even see your picture. So, yeah, something's wrong.
Everything's
fine. All right. So listen, I'm going to take this out of the studio, and I'm going to go by my window and see if it's the internet, because I need to get the show done today and speak how I'm going to speak. I don't need to be in my studio to do this. So, I mean, can you hear me clear now or no?
Yeah. Yes.
You can?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I did many shows about everything, and we got up to this point. So after me and James did the show the other night, the next morning, Fox News, all of them came out with exactly what we spoke about. But remember one thing, Fox News and all you idiots, everything we did is pre-recorded. Everything we did was live, timed and dated. You cannot lie about live footage on StreamYard and all the other social media sites. So good luck with that. And don't think for a minute I won't be coming after you, because I got a really good friend that lives right across the street from me, who is a big-time NBC reporter and journalist and camera guy and a big-time engineer in the music business. So let me explain something to you. I spoke to him today. He's going to take my story because he's been watching me, okay? He's been watching everything I've been doing. I've been sending him everything I sent my good friend that's a federal agent. I'm not going to mention his name, but I've been sending it to him. And I'm just going to say this. I don't want the credit. I don't care about the fame. I already got my fame, like I said, okay? I never do things like this, but it's because I actually cried when I watched, the grandmother crying on video. I had tears in my eyes. I don't cry. I'm a man, but you know what? I do cry. It doesn't matter. We have emotions, and if you don't cry, then you're not a man. You're a little bitch, okay? Well, let me explain this to you. After I watched,
aside from the compassion, let's talk about the Moab cops and all the clues that point to them. And yeah, they found Gabby, Nina. She was badly mutilated.
All right. I'm going to give you an insight of what I think. If Brian didn't do this and Brian's not alive right now, that means that the Moab PD killed him, because they need to get rid of all the evidence. Get rid of Gabby, get rid of him, get rid of the two girls that might have witnessed something. Let's think about that, okay? I'm going to go back and I'm going to go quick through this so everybody can understand this again, okay? When the officer was in the car, okay, he was on the dispatcher. He was talking to the dispatcher. He said, okay, the subject, he's speeding. He's way ahead of me. Okay, I got them in my vision now. All right. Okay, he's going 42 miles an hour in a 25. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. This is a 15-mile-an-hour zone now. You officers drive those roads every single day. How did you know your own speed limits? 1 red flag, 2 red flag, 3 red flag, 4, 5 red flag, 6 red flag, 7 red flag, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They all point to you, Mo Police. And I'm going to get deeply into this right now. Now, if you want to watch the show I did the other night with James, I called out everything. Brian Laundrie evaded a police officer. He was speeding in Utah. Their statute of limitation, 21, is an automatic arrest when somebody is evading a police officer speeding, okay? Number 2, let's get into when the officer got out of the car. I'm in the car, I'm driving. When I get pulled over and I got a passenger, the first thing the officer does, he comes over to my side of the car and he goes like this. Can I see your license, your registration, and your insurance? Yes, officer, here you go. He then goes, I will be right back. He goes to his car while he's running all your plates and finding out who you are and if you got warrants or anything out for you. Once that's done, he comes back. And then the officer goes, do you know why I pulled you over? Yeah. Why did I pull you over? I was evading a police officer. I was speeding and I hit a curb. Why did you hit that curb? Well, my girlfriend was pushing my arm telling me there's cops behind us. The lights are there. Pull over. Well, there you go, you stupid fucking officer. I don't know how many laws you broke just right there alone, okay? But then you go over to the side of Gabby's side, okay? Let's go fast forward now. Actually, no, we're rewinding. So now you go to Gabby's side. You ask her question. Oh, let me get your keys. What? Okay, here, give him the keys. Okay, we got the keys now. Now, let's go here.
Assuming.
All right? So now you got the keys. Now you're talking to Gabby, and she's crying her eyes out, and right there and then, you should have been on the phone with a domestic violence officer and calling that in, walking away from the car because you already got the call she got slapped. That's number one. You knew she got slapped, and that's all in your video because you say it yourself. Okay? I'm not mentioning the officers' names. I do know who you are, but I'm not going to do that. Okay? You know who you are. How can you sleep at night after what you did to this poor angel? A girl that did nothing wrong to you. She was innocent, being bullied by all you cops and Brian. Okay? And then a female officer comes, but I can understand she wasn't an officer. She was a park ranger. She's not a domestic violence officer, and she doesn't have the right to give Gabby advice when she doesn't carry that license. But yes, she can give her certain advice. But you cannot get into the medical technical part of it. What that officer should have done as a park ranger was made a phone call to the domestic violence unit. They would have been out there in a minute, and that girl would still be here. Okay? You know why I know about this? Because my mother was abused. My wife was abused. I've had other ex-girlfriends who were almost killed. My wife here was almost killed by her ex-boyfriend, okay? And we have also had problems with cops in our life where we've seen them do shit that you wouldn't even imagine in New York, okay? You think in your little southern states, what goes on here goes on there? Step foot into the New York jungle and see if you last for a day, okay? And all the big people out here and the people that live in New York, Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, the 5 boroughs, Staten Island, they will tell you, come down here and stay on those streets and go in a bad neighborhood. We'll see if you make it out of there alive. I bet you won't.
Well, if the cops play hardball,
now,
and
we're going to get into the cop thing. I got to fast forward everything because you know where I'm going. Basically, the cop, I'm going to put it like this. He knew what happened to Gabby. Gabby showed the side of her face. It hurts here. He grabbed my face. She told him he hit her. Okay? She never came out in the news on Fox where they said she never said that. You're liars because I got the transcript out of my studio right here in my professional recording studio. All right? Tens of thousands of dollars worth of equipment. And trust me, I heard everything.
Okay,
I even heard the officer breathing.
The trolls are coming, Paul. The trolls are coming. Look, Gabby put the scratches all over.
Well, listen. You know why she scratched his face, you dumb fuck? If you were getting beat up and you were a female that's 95 pounds, shorter than him, and you got a big man taking your phone and trying to take your van, yeah, where'd you go, huh? Trying to take your van? What are you going to do? You're going to allow the man to beat you up? You want her to bow down like a puppy getting beat up? Tell me about that. You fucking fool.
She's probably
You're fucking with the wrong person when you say that.
She's probably
maybe you'll get scratched up. What is that? Is that a male or female in there?
I don't. It could be. It says Louise.
Wow. Okay, Louise, but maybe you got a Louise name as a male. But you know what? If you're a female, you're a sick bitch. Okay. Let me tell you something. You want to come on this feed and talk shit with me? We're going to talk about it. How would you like getting beat up by somebody and you're not going to self-defend yourself? Of course she scratched him. She was scared. She's got to defend herself in some way. Would you fucking expect her to sit there and take the fucking abuse? Huh? Would you take it? No, you wouldn't. So shut the fuck up and go away.
Because I'll put the link to come on by way of video. If you people want to come on and duke it out, I'll put
yeah, you want to come out? Yeah, we'll put you. Why don't you come on the fucking show? You want to go on it? Let's go on it. We'll see who wins and loses in this one, okay?
Look at this. He's making a bullshit. Another troll. That's.
Hey, you know what? I smell bullshit. It's coming out of your fucking mouth, asshole.
Sucking the schlong.
You are Gabby haters. You're women abusers. You're women haters, and all the women haters are showing themselves now. And this is a good thing. I'm glad you're coming. Keep on coming. I want to see your comments. Bring it, you stupid fucks. Come on. Come on.
Look
Maybe I get the dog to come and sniff you guys out. I'm not putting nothing against the dog, okay? But I'm upset of his racial thing after his tragedy, okay? That's what I'm upset. And then all of a sudden you want to jump into a case towards the end of the case, okay?
Look.
That doesn't make sense. But anyway, I'm not going to say nothing bad about him, okay? Because I don't have anything bad. I never really followed him, okay? That's it.
Look at this.
Let him do what he's got to do. Maybe at the grace of God, maybe he does know more than me, but whatever. I don't care who knows more. All I care about is victory getting served. And these people get the justice they deserve. If it was your daughter, you would want justice too. But you can keep commenting. I love this stuff. Keep on going.
Look at it.
I'm going to make you even hate it even more. Watch this.
Look.
I never said that Brian did this. In fact, you're idiots if you listen to my show in the beginning when I said I don't think Brian did this. You fucking idiots. Okay? All right, let's get back into the show now.
Look at this.
Now, let's fast forward. So the cop, okay, stop reading the comments, James. Let them comment. Who cares about that bullshit? Don't feed into their shit, okay? Let them do it. Now, let me keep going because they're going to get even more mad now.
Yeah, because they're brown nosers that would suck the cock of Brian's father, the rich guy. Bunch of gold.
Yeah, and by the way, these channels aren't monetized, so we're not trying to make money off your bullshit, okay? Now, let me explain something to you. Here's next. Now the cop went over to Gabby, okay? And she was standing there. And she explained, she's OCD, but, I know that Brian scared the shit out of her before they pulled over. If you say anything, I'm going to get you. Don't you fucking say anything. Yeah, he's a manipulating guy, so, he gets what he wants. Remember that. You can read it in all his artwork, okay? That's where you fools don't understand a thing. You don't comprehend shit. That's right, James, you tell him.
I got it.
Yeah, because I am going to stand up for this girl. I don't care who you are.
Fuck, man, bro.
You're sick fucks. You're all sick motherfuckers, man, okay? Let me tell you something. Remember one thing. Good will always win in the end. It always wins in the end. The good will always win. And guess what? Gabby is opening the eyes to everybody in this world, and she's shining like an angel right now. And guess what? She's going to get justice because they're close and they know who did it. And I can't wait till it comes out. Even if it was Brian, you're still going to feel like fucking assholes for what you're writing right there.
Yes. Excuse me. I got an itch.
Take the show for a minute. I need to take a break.
Bro, let me talk. Excuse me. I got an itch in the middle of my forehead. Let me scratch it. Ah, that feels good. All right.
Now, let's get to the thing where the cop walks up, So Gabby's sitting there saying, he goes, so what do you do for a living? I'm a nutritionist. But people all missed that too. Nobody even posted that she was a nutritionist. Oh, she worked at Burger King? Really? She was a bright, intelligent young girl, and she was an artist. Gabby was also an empath. If you read her birth date, she's empathetic. Empathetic. You get that? You know what that means? Empath? Go look it up, you idiots.
Empathic.
Yeah, empathic. Excuse me. Oh boy, they're gonna get on me because I pronounced the word wrong. Uh-oh. Now, I want to get to this. Now, after the officer then walked Gabby over to the truck, okay? She was hysterical. You could see the bruise. I could see like the swelling on her face because I got good equipment to pull everything in. I'm a photographer and a videographer as well. For years, 30 years I've been doing this stuff, okay? All the pictures you see on my Facebook, the new ones, I took all those things. I have other professional photographers. I have commercials that I work with. I've been all over the world with this. Okay? Now, let me explain something to you. She had, you could see it. It's not from crying. When your face is like this, swelled, you can see the swelling. We're going to get a little further, real quick. He compared her to his ex-wife. He said, anxiety is bad, and my ex-wife had a lot of anxiety, and, that's not good, I might not be saying the words exact, but this is where it's going, okay? The cop also laughed under his breath when Gabby said, but I have anxiety, and, he stresses me out. He went, but nobody heard that. You know why? Because you didn't take that footage and put it on your computer and bring it up on Final Cut Pro so you can hear every single little bit, every single thing, even a breath, a pin dropping I can hear. Okay? And he went, let me tell you what I see here. We're going to fast forward. Everybody knows what I said the other day. I'm not going through this whole thing again. But there's a couple of things that people really missed. Okay? And I'm going to bring them up that I didn't bring up the other day because I did more research into the video. When Gabby had her phone, the officer took Gabby's phone and then handed it to Brian. Why would the officer take Gabby's phone and give it to Brian? And then he said, Brian doesn't have a phone? Really? Brian has his own phone. Stop lying, you fools. Now, we're going to get into something else. When you pull somebody over, you automatically know whose vehicle it is once you run the license plate. Okay? When the cop went over to him after they decided where Gabby was going to stay, he said, she's going to be, is it okay that she has the van for the night? He goes, yeah, that's fine. Really? It's her fucking van. You're asking him permission if it's okay if the girl can stay in her own fucking van? Are you fucking kidding me? Where did you get these cops? Where did you get your badge? A badge out of a fucking cereal box or what? Cracker Jack box? Here's my theory. They saw an opportunity because Gabby knew nobody in town. They knew nobody, okay? They knew nobody. Think about that. You're in a small town, you know nobody because they act. Do you know anybody? You got family here? No, I don't have nobody. They're far away from here. Far away from there. Okay? In their minds, they're going, oh, this is easy. You know, let's bromance this girl. Okay? 3 officers bullying her. Then you got Brian sitting there laughing and smiling. You know, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, if I was speeding, I'm sorry. Oh, but again, if I was speeding, I'm sorry. But oh, again, if I was speeding, I'm sorry. Oh, if I hit the curb again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You want me to keep going? I'm sorry. You know what I say? Sorry didn't do it. You did it. Sorry didn't do it. You did it, you stupid fuck. Sorry didn't do it. You did it. Can't understand normal thinking. A man that can't understand normal thinking, just like a cop. You know what can't understand normal thinking stands for? Cunt. C-U-N-T. And there's guys that are cunts. Now, do you want to test my will? Come on, put your comments in there. Keep on commenting. Why don't you sit there and tell Gabby's parents what you said in your fucking group, Wade Wilson? Oh, she's gonna burn in hell. Oh, I hope she got raped. What's wrong with you fucking people, huh? And the people that are for Gabby are in that fucking group, Justice for Brian. And they go back in there and they're two-faced. Here they are in Gabby's group saying, oh, you know, we love Gabby, rest in peace. Then you're going in his group and you're saying, fuck Gabby. Fuck this, because you're getting information from that group and putting it in the other group. You're all fucking idiots, every one of you. I hope God punishes you. I hope you burn in hell for this shit. Now, I want to fast forward to everything. Now, you heard all that. I'm not getting in no more detail with this because I'm not telling you the other shit I know. But I tell you what, when the shit hits the fan, it all comes out, man. I think every one of you are going to block people. You're going to root, you know, you're going to make it like something, oh, this was all done on purpose to distract everybody because nobody can accept when they're wrong. That's the problem with the world. If you can't accept when you're wrong, then you might as well take a walk. Now, after yesterday, I did more research on where is the possibility that Brian can be, okay? I went deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. I even looked up Christopher Laundrie. Guess what? If you don't use your first name, then you're going to use your middle name, aren't you? Well, they know me by my base name, so let me see if I can use my middle name. But I found something that I'm not giving the feds. I'm not giving anybody because they already got what I want. You know what I mean? They got what I gave them. If they can't figure this out, then that's their problem. But guess what? There's nothing on the page. He doesn't mention, it's just a blank page. But there is a page called Christopher Laundrie. Okay? Do you know what Brian Laundrie stands for? Brainwashed. Think about that for a moment. Just think about that. Give it some thought. Now, yesterday I found out that Brian never stayed in the hotel that they claimed he stayed in, okay? Why would you bring him to a hotel right next door to where those girls that died were staying? It sounds like a framing to me. Don't it sound like a framing to you, James?
Yeah.
You know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like, and a lot of people are saying it now because they're going, you know, you can't really put it past anything because of the way this happened. My question is, Gabby and Brian were both on this trip for 8 months, okay? Nothing like this was said on their Facebook, nothing on their Instagram. I went through everything. They look like two loving people, and couples fight, okay? Couples do fight. I fight with my wife. You fight with your wife, okay? Sometimes, you know, yeah, violent does come into a situation, but not in mine in particular, okay? But other people do get violent with each other. I watched a couple beat each other up outside the other day with the cops watching. They're not going to interfere because they're both fighting. They're fighting over something dumb. They're not going to kill each other. You really need to put every single thing into perspective. All the details, all the facts. You go to court, the judge doesn't want to hear. He said, she said, oh, I got a picture of Brian. Look, that's him. A blurry picture with today's technology. How can you take a blurry picture? Because we know it's bullshit. You might have went and shaved your head. Every bald guy is Brian. Come on. Let's get into the clues. I'm not going to say too much on here because this is a live public footage. But I'm going to just say, if you were Brian, now just say you did kill her, but say you didn't kill her and you're scared. Maybe the cops threatened him. You ever think of that? Maybe he witnessed this. Maybe they made him watch. But there was definitely two people. There was one in the van, then that door closed, and I looked at that footage, and there was a bird flying by too in the footage. when you zoom in on the person that was in the woods, you know how I knew it was a person and not a tree stump? Because there's one thing. In slow motion, I could watch it really slow. I mean, slow. Not like this. Not like this. I can put it in the slowest motion. And everybody that's a videographer and does video editing knows this. I put it in very slow motion, and I could see somebody on their knees. And the one thing that I really noticed is the back of the shoe heels sticking out. That's what told me that was a person, because the shoe heels were moving back and forth, which means their body movement was moving. That means he was moving something around in the dirt, maybe getting the dirt ready to put Gabby's body there, because that's not where Gabby was killed. I can promise that. Gabby was killed somewhere other than that, and not in the van either. She was not killed in that van. Trust me, I believe that she was taken somewhere, that poor girl. I believe things that I don't really want to talk about on here happened to her, but you can figure out. Just let's think about this. Say there was 2 guys, maybe 3 guys. What do these cops, what would they have on their minds if they did do this? Oh, we're going to get a free laid. We're going to get laid tonight. We're going to rape her, and then we're going to. And then the other thing is, I want you to all back up real quick with me. Brian said that Gabby hates flies. He gave all the information to those officers. If they wanted to do this to Gabby, it's simple. They could have pulled her over, got into a diary. They could have looked at her phone. They could have read everything about her and studied it. They could have been the ones sending the messages to her parents, Stan, all this stuff. I really, why would, call the authorities? That's what Stan means. Do you realize that in one of Brian's photos, in one of his artworks, that Stan is written in backwards, upside down letters in his artwork, and you all missed that. And guess what? Gabby hits the like button on that. She loved it. I love this, she wrote. Her parents said, oh, I want one of these. Okay, ship it. Another girl, Flora Rocco, is a good friend of Gabby's, following her. She was a private page, and I followed her, and she accepted my following, okay? Now, you got to really look at the details of this. You really got to you got to go behind the artwork. You got to zoom it in. I bet none of you even noticed this. In front of the car, there's a picture of cars that he drew. In front of one of the cars, it says rant. Do you know what rant means? It goes back to the book that he loves. I believe, what's his name? Patrick, or there's a book that he loves. I don't remember the name, excuse me on that, but you can look that up yourself. See what rant. What author wrote a book about rant? Lullaby. There's nothing wrong with Lullaby. That's something that him and Gabby loved. They always had it on all their picnics together. Think about that. Okay? There's a lot of things in this case that you all missed. You got to really, if you really, look, I worked, I'm going to say probably about 200 hours on this case already. Okay? I never spend my time doing things like this. I mean, I don't have time. I literally put my work aside. My wife will tell you, she was getting sick because I was getting sick. And because everything I seen coming out, I couldn't believe my eyes, okay? But my question is, how can you all go and point your finger at Brian when you don't even know if he did it? There's no autopsy report. And why aren't the cops saying we're looking for a murder victim? Let me explain something to you about the FBI, okay? And you all know, 72 hours, a search is called off. They don't go after somebody for fucking credit card fraud, okay? They never mentioned that it was Gabby's credit cards. They said someone's credit card. Okay, and I watched that video. That was not Brian using that credit card in that store in that video. Sorry, try again. See, when cops do something, they know everybody in town. Those cops could go to each business and they could threaten them. You do not show them tapes. You don't do this. You don't do that. Don't tell me you don't know this shit, because everybody knows it. Okay, look at 9/11, all the footage that disappeared. Think about that shit. Nobody looks at the big picture, but you know what? You think those feds are going to tell you what they know? If they told you what they know, you would destroy the whole case. Look at how you people are. Look at the shit you pull on Facebook. You couldn't hide anything or keep anything confidential if somebody paid you to. I keep mentioning this, and you all ignore what I mentioned. But 5 people didn't ignore it, and those are professionals: psychiatrists, a psychologist, 2 lawyers, and an officer who is a federal agent, not my friend. He commented on a post. I screenshot these things. They said you're a genius, and you nailed it. You nailed everything that is going on right now. You nailed it before they even knew about it. Do you know why I nailed it? Because I actually took the time to sit there and get deep, deep, deep into Brian and Gabby's brain. Okay, deep. I don't have to know somebody. All I got to do is see pictures and go way back. I looked even back before this case to see what their relationship was like, what their pictures looked like. Were they happy? What they said? Every damn picture, they're smiling. The grandmother even said she didn't see nothing wrong with Brian. The dad said, you know, he might have mocked his name, called him Brianna or whatever he called him, but guess what? All dads do that. Every dad is protective of their daughter, okay? So don't call him a psycho for doing that, because you do the same shit with your daughter. People will kill somebody if they even found out their daughter was having sex with another man, okay? Please don't feed me the bullshit. Too smart for that crap.
These people that have nothing positive to contribute to this homicide case, and it is a homicide case, they resort to name calling. And I blocked, by the way, Paul, I blocked those two trolls that were saying all kinds of nasty things about you, personal bullshit lies. You know, they're gone.
I just felt like playing. I could sit here and play all day for you, but you know, when I was thinking about this case, I put a couple of things together with music, you know. And me and Chad were working on something. So, you know, we're gonna put something out for Gabby in the memory of her. It's not about money. We're gonna have the money donated to her family. Because Chad and I don't need to feed off of anybody else's credits or anybody else's death. We don't do that stuff.
Like these other people are trying to do on Facebook, on whatever, on the internet, on the social media. They're in it for the profit. They show no remorse for what they do. They resort to name calling.
Let's just have a moment of silence and I'll get back into it. This is a moment of silence. Sometimes I got to do that to calm myself down because my energy is so powerful that I have to play to calm myself down because I get hot. When I know something's right and I feel something's right, then that's it, you know.
And that's an excellent.
Let's just get back into this. I don't want to go on all night, but go ahead, James. You want to talk?
And that's an excellent moment of silence. Very classy, very, very beautiful arrangement there. It's better than just plain old silence. And if I had an upscale restaurant, I would definitely hire you to play a baby grand piano. But you have to dress like the Monopoly man with the tails in the back. But that was good. Very, very pretty song.
All right, so let's get back into, because everything's breaking up. I really can't hear you.
No, actually, I just want to tell you that everybody says nothing froze and nothing broke up and everything has been
I
perfect.
can't hear you, man.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're breaking up my show. I'll be right there.
I'll tell him. I'll tell him later on that everything was fine.
Hey, look, if it's my internet, I pay over 160 a month. Okay, for phone and.
Do you hear me? Yeah, I think it's your internet, man. Hey, people, everything been okay with the audio and video? That's what you told me before. You hear me now?
Okay, I just want to end it with something kind of, but I want to end it with what I was going to say before. I'm going to just pass out some clues. I'm not going to tell you exactly where. I'm just going to pass out clues because I don't want to steer the investigation in the wrong direction. And if he is alive and he did do this and he ends up running again, because the media keeps saying, oh, yeah, they're looking in the Carlton Reserve. Oh, now the dog is over here looking over here. Oh, now he's looking over here. You think if you keep telling Brian where you're looking, you think he's going to stay where you're looking? If he even was there? I don't believe shit. Oh, there was 3 people that went in, and then 2 came out. Okay, where's the footage, dog? They got footage, surveillance. Let me see the footage. And you're going to tell me not one person seen Brian get out of that van? Oh, it's just hearsay. I want to see video footage and clear photos showing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's on his end. Two has 2 O's. Bart Robinson, 2 O's.
That goes off. So I'm glad this is recorded.
All right.
Because I won't be filing lawsuits for this, trust me.
Little mysticism. Question.
I gotta smoke a cigarette. I shouldn't be, but whatever.
Okay. Anyway, do you hear me?
We all got our habits. We're all gonna die of something anyway.
Do you hear me? Forget about that. Do you hear me? I have something to tell you.
I can hear you now, so let me.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Everybody that's been watching the show says nothing happened as far as audio and video. Nobody froze up. Nobody talked like a robot. Nobody cracked. So something's going on with your provider.
You think so?
Provider. They said everything's been clear as a bell. No, the audio, the video.
Okay. Well, then maybe I need to go after my internet provider that I'm paying over. It's 160 a month. When I went over there the other day and said my network connection's not working, you know what they told me? Oh, that's not your network connection. Really? You're going to tell me when it comes up and said network connection is unavailable? And I'm showing the guy, and he's sitting there telling me, oh, no, you got to upgrade your phone. No, I don't need to upgrade my phone because it's your connection. You believe that?
I saw
that. How
can
you tell me that my internet connection is because of my phone is not working right? It needs to be upgraded. It don't need to be upgraded. I bought this phone last year. Okay, I've had my other phone for 7 years, man, and that thing doesn't need. You know what I'm saying? Don't feed me shit.
But I saw that when we started the show.
I'm tired of getting ripped off by these people and paying bills and getting ripped off for this shit. God, our bills are high enough. We live in New York City, man. Jesus.
I saw that. Well, I saw that when we started the show. It says your internet.
All right, I just want to get through this before it goes off again, because otherwise I'm just going to shut down. I can't deal with this right now. I'm sorry. I've been dealing with this case for 2 weeks.
Questions?
I have to take some time for me and my wife later on, and then I'm going to go live with Chad when he's available.
Yeah, well, me too. All right,
I just want to give the clues, and that's it. And I hope the clues go out there to everybody, and I hope that the people that are good people and good-hearted people, not just fucking trolls that sit there saying stupid shit to people. I want you to get the information I'm going to give you, and I don't want you to go and post it on Facebook, okay? Don't go and feed it to the fucking news, because if you do, the next time we do a show, you're going to have to show, and we're going to have to go live on video before you even get on the show, but you're also going to have to pay a subscription if you want to see the show. You will not be able to share the show on Facebook either, because I refuse to have that done at this point. But tonight I won't mind having it, shared after today. You're not sharing my shows up there. You're not doing nothing.
Man, what's going on tonight? You're really worked up. Did the Moab police officer that approached the car.
I can't hear you, so I wish I can, you know. But
Kill
let me
Gabby.
just give the clues real quick. Okay, look, I'm going to shut it off in a minute. Okay.
You might as well.
My clues are if I would just I'm going to put myself in his
We were
shoes, okay?
supposed to do Mrs.
And I'm going to put every scenario in his shoes. It could be he murdered her. Okay, he could be running from the cops. He might be hiding because he didn't do it. Let's just put all those categories in one because no matter what it is, where
this is the last show that I'm going to do with the Gabby Petito case because I'm not getting. It's like I'm not even the host.
all right, that my internet completely went off and my phone shut down that time.
Well,
my wife was watching this, and you know I gotta say this. Look,
we're supposed to do.
And now there's two of me. There's two rock. Listen, there's two rocking pork. Oh wow, that's crazy. Now listen to me, whatever. I just want to say this, okay?
Yeah,
maybe they don't want me to give them the clues, okay?
Finish up.
All right, go ahead, talk.
No, we're supposed to do
'cause
mysticism.
I can't.
We planned on doing mysticism.
Okay, then do it.
All right, could you keep on talking?
Let the people ask the questions, okay?
All right. Does anybody have a good question? Anybody? I'm gonna start off by saying, did the Moab cop that approached? Did the Moab cop? Finally, I'm talking. Did the Moab cop that approached the car kill Gabby Petito? Jesus Christ! All right. Yes. Okay. Is Brian Laundrie still alive? Yes.
I'm going into another room. Oh, there's my die table, my work. But I'm gonna go in here. Let's see if the internet's better here.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, James.
Brian.
Yep. I think I want to say something. I appreciate everybody analyzing my internet because that's what it is. I just realized it. The internet, my internet sucks. Okay. Go ahead, James.
You know what? That's it. I took a lesson from Ronald Terrio, and I'm going to follow it. All right. So Brian Laundrie is still alive. Yes. Okay. So Brian Laundrie, is he fearing for his safety? Is that why he's denying? Yes. Okay. The FBI is onto everything that was said on the show. Okay. Are some of these trolls just right-wing rednecks defending the Wyoming crooked cops, and also were they possibly hired by Brian's father? So what do you think? Most of them are rednecks defending the Moab police? Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I know we're missing. Let me think of. I got the copper defining. Let me think of something. Will most of Paul Manthea's clues, predictions, most of them be proven at the end of this case? Yes. Okay. So all the people talking shit about what Paul says, they will all be embarrassed.
Wow.
Are they naturally The ones that are not embarrassed, are they naturally just brain self-deficient imbeciles? Yes. Right. No, I don't have a Ouija board. They're too dangerous.
No, we don't mess with Ouija boards. Ouija board is just something that's evil. It's like reading tarot cards and horoscopes. God wouldn't want you to know your future now, would he? Okay. All right. So.
Yeah, I'm echoing back.
Okay, you're echoing back now. Oh my God.
Well,
Okay, how about now? How about now?
Hello. A little bit, just a little bit, little echo. Just a little echo.
All right. So, should I? I mean, I want to give the clues because that was the main part of this, and I'm going to give people the clues to solve the case because I don't want nothing to do with the credits. I don't care about that stuff. I really don't. So, are you ready to let me say it, or do you want to speak about anything? Because
No.
I'm a lot calmer now because those people piss me off because of the things they say about somebody that's not even alive to defend themselves. Okay, and that's the problem with people today. And okay, let's get to the clues. So let's just put ourselves in his shoes and let's put every scenario.
It's his internet. He needs to get like Verizon Fios or something.
All right, I'm in my kitchen now, okay? And my kitchen, I get the best internet. I talk to people on business. I consult with people in Japan all day in here. And I'm on video in Japan. I never get that. Every time I seem to have to bring up the clues, why does my internet go off? Can you tell me that? Can people tell me why?
I noticed it.
Do you want my wife to record it the next time it keeps doing it?
Well, no, you don't. She don't have to record it because it's right here. Every time you're going to talk about something real important, you get cut.
Exactly. It cuts out, and I don't like that, man. Well, look, I'm going to get back into this again. Let's try this one more time. If not, we're going to do it a different way, okay?
Go right to the clues.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going right to the clue. I would stay in between mountains, okay, where choppers can't see me. Dogs cannot smell through coffee beans or lead. Remember, I work with titanium oxide. I get my color from those rocks. And there's a lot of lead in those rocks. Now, Brian has a picture on his Instagram where he's sticking his head out of a cave that I looked up, that these caves actually look like domes inside some of them. And you can start a fire in there. You can live in there. You can cook in there. You can bathe in those grounds because there are waterfalls. Now, a lot of people don't understand nature. I grew up upstate as well as New York City, back and forth, while my father played as a professional drummer at the Concord. There was running water that used to come off the waterfall rocks. We used to take our gallons up there and pour the water in our gallons of water and fill our jugs up and drink that water. It's the cleanest fucking water you can drink. Natural water coming off the rocks. It's clean, okay? Think about that for a moment. Now, he can survive because he's got water. Brian mentions in all his Instagrams how much he cares about this planet. And him and Gabby, they hate plastic. They hate this. They're not into like hunting game. He wants to live off of eating banana peels and melons and fruits, okay? These are the things you idiots all miss. That's why you can't find them. Okay? Well, we're froze up, but that's okay. I don't know if this is still going, but the time's not going.
No, it's gone. It's gone.
Okay. All right. No problem. So basically, that's a place I would hide. I would call that my safe place like Brian does. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you a couple of clues. Brian also mentions in his Instagram, well, he doesn't mention subliminal. Okay? But somebody on Gabby's page said something, and it was a friend of hers. She said, "Do you know that he makes his own paper?" I said, "Yeah, I was wondering how he made that paper because I never seen paper like that." Paper mill. Does that paper mill? There's the clue, okay? Paper mill. Paper mill. Paper mill. And I'm going to say, oh man, what's that song? Man, you know, Ray Charles sang a song, man, with a state name in it. You remember the song Ray Charles sang with a state? A state. Your clue. Don't say nothing, please. Your clue. Ray Charles sang the song of that state. That's one of the places that Brian writes. I
Georgia.
walked hundreds and hundreds of miles on those trails.
Georgia.
He absolutely adores and loves that place, okay? And so did Gabby. Now, that place is literally in distance of where her body was found. But my question is, they traveled all that time together. They get pulled over, now they're both gone. Can anybody explain that scenario? I want to hear your comments tonight. I want to see you explaining that scenario to me. 8 months traveling, and they've traveled before. Nothing like this ever happened. They get pulled over. Now, she's dead, and he's gone, missing in action, okay? It's very possible that they killed him. It's very possible of anything, okay? You cannot rule out none of these things. What do you think the feds are saying when people ask, oh, do you think Brian killed her? We will not talk about Brian. They're not going to discuss Brian because they know something that you don't know. That autopsy report came up with something. They do not look for somebody that's for credit card fraud. The only thing they look for somebody like this is if somebody is going to commit suicide. And if he commits suicide, just like the Fed said the other day, we can't point our finger, because if he commits suicide, then what? Then you just blame somebody for something they didn't do. Now that person's dead. Who's responsible for that? All of you. The media is getting sued. The cop, whoever sat in front of their house is getting sued. What do you think those people are doing when they go see their lawyer? They're probably drawing up paperwork, getting ready to sue you all. That's if I'm right with that end. Now, I might be wrong because I'm not God. I can't predict. I'm only giving my theories on what I see and what I think and how I investigated this case, okay? Only my theories. But again, he liked to make paper mills. Ray Charles wrote a song in the state. Now, there's a clue for you. That's all I'm giving you. I'm not giving you no more clues. I'm not telling you where. I'm not telling you how, but a video. I had Brian's private Facebook page the other day. It's gone now, but thank God. I took screenshots because I learned in the past, if you don't screenshot, you're screwed. I screenshot the video and his page, and I sent it to James and a bunch of other people that I know. In that video, it showed Brian on a trail. On the left of the video, there was a cross, and he made sure that the cross was the cover photo before you even hit play on the video. And he was walking. That trail is what the Hunter boy went and took that, okay? And he used that thinking that he knew where that trail was, but he was totally wrong. Now that trail is in Moab, okay? Why would he stay in Moab? Well, if somebody killed my girlfriend or killed my wife or whatever, killed my mother, whatever it is, and her body was found there, I would be very close to that site because I would want to be close to the person that I love the most in this world. You get that? Hello?
Yeah.
Now, you ever think that maybe, a couple people said, you think the cops did it? They say they think the cops did it. This was a perfect opportunity for them to take advantage of, okay? They never thought this case would blow up like this. They thought they were just small town people. Oh, it would never get out. They're just going to be like everybody else that disappears. They'll never get anything. When this case blew up, and it kept blowing up, guess what happened the other day? The chief of police left. He left because he couldn't handle it, because he knows he's in wrong too. He knows his officers did something. And guess what? If he did something, you better go after him now because he's going to disappear. And those cops will end up disappearing. Has anybody ever thought maybe they should investigate the ex-wife of that officer and see what her opinion is? If you bring up somebody's personal business, your ex-wife, into a case, you're violating her rights. That's against the law. She could sue his ass for that and sue the police department. Go look it up. I gave you 2 clues. 2 clues. I cannot give any more, and I won't give any more. Because what I know is confidential, and if I go and say that to you guys and you go announce it on Facebook, you just killed everything, okay? The clues I gave you if you go and announce those clues to anybody, don't ever come back to the show again. Because next time you want to come back, like I said, you won't be able to share the video. You're going to have to pay a subscription fee to watch the show, okay? You're going to have to provide your ID, and you're going to have to go live on here with us. We want you live. We want to see you put a video up, post your video showing who you are with you holding up your ID that you provide us. How about that? Or you can't subscribe to the channel without it. Maybe if Facebook was smart, instead of fucking hiring robots to do their work, and did something like that. You need your ID in order to get into a group. You need to show live video in order to get into a group. You need to type your IP address so we can check your IP and we know who you are and where you are. Because you're all dumb motherfuckers. And all you care about is making money on everybody else's shit. Yeah, I'm calling you out. You're going to kill me? Let me tell you something. You kill me, you're going to have a lot of fucking people to answer to. I'll tell you that much. I got threatened. Okay? Somebody told me, yeah, you keep going. I'll show you. I'll send everybody the message that this woman sent me, okay? She said, I'm worried about you. You need to be careful. They might kill you. How do you know that? Who's going to kill me? Come and kill me. I'm waiting.
Was she?
And listen, I want them to know one thing. Before you step foot by me, make sure you get right with Jesus Christ because you're going to meet your maker. Trust me, you will meet him. If you kill me, you're still going to meet him.
Abrasive ranting. I'll see you on the next one, though. Abrasive ranting.
Abrasive ranting. So I'm ranting now? You know what? That word was used in one of Brian's artworks. Rant. Rant and rave. Gabby and him both love that. And his parents.
Well,
and her parents.
A rant is a way that a person trivializes what they're hearing or makes it.
Well, you know what it is? They can't handle my energy. I'm a musician and an artist. I got high energy. And I'm emotional. When I feel something, I know something's right, my energy level is going to pop. And you know what? That's when people know I'm sincere. If I'm sitting here talking like, yeah, you know, I think this is what happened. And an officer came up online last night telling me the cops did their jobs. They didn't do anything wrong. And I called his ass out, okay? And he could not answer anything. He blocked me. He blocked me. Well, I gave you the clues. And that's it. I'm not giving no more. The rest of the clues are to the feds, to the Gabby's lawyer, to everybody I got in contact about it. I hope they find them. I hope they found them alive. You know, do you think I want to see that Brian killed her? No. I don't want to know that Brian killed her. But I don't really think he did. Because he doesn't look like a killer. He looks like a manipulator and a control freak, but he doesn't look like a killer. And for what was done to her body, what was done to that body, I don't think he did that. I'm sorry. The cops would know where to put her body. They would know how to rip up her body. So forensics would have a very hard time finding out who did it. Cops work on these cases every day.
Right, but the suspicious
You're going to tell me Brian ripped that girl's body like that? Okay.
The suspicious way that
she didn't cheat on him, so he would have no motive to be so aggressive with her. You know what I'm saying?
And then you know what really gave me the clue? They found plastic bottles. Plastic bottles around Gabby's body. Okay. Now they knew he was a naturist and they knew he hated plastic. Why would Brian leave plastic bottles around Gabby's body and leave evidence? You tell me that. He wouldn't. That means somebody else did this. There were two people, one in that van and one in the woods. And everybody knows it. We all know it. So are you going to tell me Brian's dad or that Brian's mom came down and helped to kill her? You really think his dad is going to go and help him kill somebody? Why would those people jeopardize their lives? Why would his lawyer jeopardize his career and everything he has? Think about that. They must know something that you don't know. And the cops know something. Look, I heard today that the Laundry family called the cops because they were being harassed by the dog. The cops told them to stop harassing them. You can't just go to somebody's house and start fucking banging, big man. You don't do things like that. Why don't you call them on the phone and contact their lawyer first? Then you go see them. Set up a meeting. Set up a conference. Don't go bang on their private property. Man, you came to somebody else's house in New York and do that, they'll fucking shoot you, man. Go to the ghetto. Go to Atlantic Avenue in Flatbush. Go and try that shit on Atlantic Avenue and watch what happens to you. See what the Jamaicans will do to you. You won't walk out of there alive, bro. You can't treat people like that until you have all the facts. You cannot do anything like that. You are innocent until you're proven guilty in the court of law. If he was a murderer, they wouldn't call him a person of interest. They would say, we need to find this murderer. There's a manhunt for this murderer. They're not going to do a manhunt this long, 2 weeks. They never do that. They don't even look for National Guard that got lost in the sea for longer than 3 days. When somebody threatens to commit suicide and they know that person didn't do anything, they're going to do everything they can to find him alive. Because if he's dead, the blood is going to be on everybody's hands that did this to him. Remember that. I'm not outruling that he didn't kill it. It's very possible. Because he did have a twisted mind. But you cannot rule out anything. In these kind of cases, you got to look at every single detail, every fact, everything. Why do you think it takes the investigators and the FBI so long? You think their job's fucking easy out there? You imagine? My wife is going crazy with me. 2 weeks. Imagine what those guys got to do. They don't see their families. They're out there in the woods. They're looking for them. They're trying to find every clue impossible. But then the wife goes, oh, you're out working all the time. I'm getting a divorce. But guess what? He's the one that's paying your fucking bills so you can live. And he's doing something good. He's out there trying to help to find people and solve things. I know investigators that go crazy. I know an investigator that's still looking for somebody, a personal friend. 60 years, man. He's 60 years old and he's still looking for a person. Because people have passion. They got heart. They want to find somebody they're going to do it because they're not doing it for the money. They're doing it because that's who they are. They're good people. And if we got more good people in the world like this, and you know what? I give it to Gabby's parents because you know what? They're making a charity and they're going to help other people with missing children. All you people sat there saying, oh, why are they doing this for Gabby? Why are they doing this? You know what? But you never look into the future. You should wait and wait and wait until people have time. Let them grieve. You think they're going to come and talk to you while they're crying for their daughter? What's wrong with you people, man? For real, what is wrong with this world?
No, they're selfish and they don't care about anyone else's tragedy. And
I got a dog. I got 2 cats. I got a dog. I got my wife. You know, we give this animal, when I got her, she was abused. Now this dog loves us, man. She loves us because she knows she's in a loving house. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. If more people put love in the world, it would be a better world. Remember, without love, none of us would be here. We wouldn't even exist because you have to connect with somebody. You're not just going to fuck somebody. You have to have some kind of connection.
Well, some people do.
Okay, well, Adam and Eve, Adam, you know, he messed up when he bit the apple, and, you know, we're not going to get into that.
I mean, when it comes to hooking up, you know, some people
are into whatever, okay? Okay, so somebody hooked up, and they had sex, and then we all came about, right? That's some people's theories. You know, even people are making this political about Gabby. They're like, Gabby and Brian are connected with the elections. Their families are hooked up with the big corporations, and they're doing this to distract the elections.
That's pretty funny.
Why would they be out there looking like this? Come on, are you serious? Where do you get your shit from? Do you dig it out of your ass at night? And then you come up in the morning and start posting everything?
That's like the people who used to say Elvis is still alive. You know, I mean.
He is. His spirit's alive.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, yeah. The good thing is that you have your account, you have your StreamYard account, and you can go hog wild.
I'm not doing this case no more. This is the last.
No, this is it. No, this is it.
I did what I could for the case. I helped them out. I gave them enough clues to figure things out. I know I helped them out with the other thing, and I don't want to bring it up because I already got threatened to be killed, but that's okay. I'm waiting. I'm right here. I'm waiting for you. Bring it. I got more people around me surrounding me than you'll ever imagine, and it's family too. I also had a senator in my cousin. Yeah, he was shot in the head, by the way. A senator, okay? I'm not going to mention who, but, you know, you can look up the name Gudis, okay? Shot in the head. He was a senator. Because he was an honest guy, and they didn't want him to win that election, and that's why they shot him. You see how greedy people are? They'll do anything to get their 1 minute of fame.
Well,
I can't wait till Curtis becomes mayor in here. I hope he wins. He's a great guy.
Oh, Curtis.
He's all about the community. He's been doing this for years before he even ran for mayor, helping the community out. That's somebody sincere. Real. He visits everybody and where I live. I'm not saying where I live, but he visits all the people here, the old people. He went to some lady's house over here up the street from us that was crippled. She got in an accident. You know, he ain't like, you know, this other mayor, he doesn't give a shit. He don't do things like that. He'll let the homeless stay on the street. You know, I don't want to get into politics. I got to go. I'm done with the show.
Yeah.
God bless Gabby's family. What we do with Chad, we're going to donate all the proceeds to Gabby, the charity foundation. We don't need no hits because we got fame already. Like I said, we don't want that 1 minute fame. I don't care about money and credit to keep it. I care about this girl getting justice so that this way she could transfer herself over to the next world. And she's not stuck here with unfinished business, because I believe that. I really believe that. Okay? A spirit can't rest until something is completely solved. And that's what I'm in this for. My victory is going to be when this case is solved, they got justice, and Gabby's family has closure. And now they can move on and they can help other people in this world. And I'm going to be fully supportive of it. I'm going to jump, even make shirts to find missing children. I'll donate my own time. I don't care, because I am all for that cause, because I believe in it. Remember, your children are the future. Remember, when you make an example, your children are watching you. And when you make examples, you're teaching them. That's why your kids are the way they are today, because they watch their parents. Well, oh, look, my dad just went and smacked somebody in the head, so I'm going to go smack my friend in the head. They watch everything you do. They're kids.
Wish I had some liquor in the house, but I don't. A good bottle of rum in the freezer would be nice. Nice aged añejo dark spice rum. Thank God this is the last video. Well, I don't know about you people. I'm ready to cook a great dinner tonight, and I gotta do my workout, do my Tuesday, Friday workout, exercise, and decompress. How's that sound, everyone? Decompress. You know what? That's enough. Take care, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. Bye-bye. It was a great show, though. It was very informative, but I'm not going to say anything. Have a good evening.